So a huge welcome to our channel, Language Enthusiasts from Shampa and me. And first
Yes.
things first. Yes. Hello,
Yes,
Shampa.
Claudia. Yeah, thank you so much for having me, Claudia. That's wonderful, really, to be on this YouTube. Really wonderful. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, happy that you're here. So first things first, as you can read in our channel subscription, if you haven't read that, just click the bottom in our channel subscription. And I just want to mention it again. Our channel is about sharing personal experiences with language learning in general. Because a lot of YouTube channels, they have like English learning tips and what have you, but none channel is like us because we actually tackle the journey of learning English from different angles and perspectives by talking to people from all kinds of different language backgrounds. So, for example, Spanish, French, Italian, Indian, German people. And although we have a couple of folks ready to go and eager to share their experiences with learning English, we'd love to hear from you personally. So feel free to just drop a comment or a question or suggestion, whatever, in the comment section below the video. So we can invite you to one of our recorded sessions to share your language learning with us. Because after all, we want to cater and tailor our language tips to you individually so you can get the most out of it. So without further ado, let's take your English to the next level.
Let's
So
get
today's
started.
agenda. Yes, today's agenda. So what's on today's agenda and what can you actually learn by watching our discussion? Today, Shampa and I are going to talk about our own personal journey of learning English. So, Shampa, I've talked a lot now. I'm going to
That's
hand it
okay.
over to you. What is your language background? Where do you live? When did you start learning English? What's your profession?
Yes.
Give it away.
Yeah. So I'm from India and I love English, first of all. And actually, I teach philosophy at an undergraduate college. And apart from teaching, I love to help people with their mental health issues. I love to help them, I mean, to deal with their life's challenges mainly. So it's a kind of like, what should I say, life coaching. I love that. And as you know that I'm from India, and in India, it's English is one of the official languages. So I thought maybe it would
Yeah.
be helpful if I can learn English. So I started my journey during pandemic. Before pandemic, English was not there with me. I'm in the speaking part. I'm talking about the speaking. I could read, I could write, but no, I couldn't speak English. So during pandemic, I thought, okay, let me do something. I want to learn English. So then I started my journey. And in my profession, it's not that needed. Sometimes I need to write in English, maybe some notices, or if I feel like maybe I will, present a paper or that, then I need. Otherwise, I don't need English. I can do it, avoiding English if I want.
Yeah.
I'm not being active. Basically what I do it everything in my native language. My native language is Bengali. I
Bengali.
teach
Okay.
I teach in Bengali, and everything is that I'm a students. There are very few who are coming from English medium background. Otherwise, it's yeah, all like the way it's going. So English has given me a lot. Now it's a totally changed life of mine. I can see just because of English. Before pandemic, it's a different sort of life, and now it's a totally different just because of English. So I'm indebted to this language. And when you told me that, hey, can we do this? I immediately said yes, just because YouTube has helped me a lot. It is,
Me too.
I will remain indebted to YouTube just because whatever I did, all my connections and everything, just through this wonderful channel platform. Yeah, now over to you, Claudia. Sorry to take a long.
No, no, perfect. Just a follow-up question. So you did also start learning English back in school, but it was only the written
Yes,
and the
yeah,
listening part. So the
exactly.
input.
Exactly. I had,
Yeah,
but the spoken stuff that I can speak in just because I'm here today, we are connected. Just because we can speak and we could connect with each other through English. That was not there. I couldn't imagine before pandemic that I could speak in English with someone who is not from from outside India. Even, in India, there are so many other states, there are so many people. Just because English is one of our official languages, they
Yeah,
speak
yeah,
in
yeah.
English. They speak in English because we have different languages in different states. So still, that was scary to me that when I'm in front of someone who is from other state, how can I communicate? Because I don't know how to.
But you did an awesome job. I told you many times, guys, only from the pandemic on, she learned like
Yeah,
spoken English.
yeah,
Now in
yeah,
2 years, she's totally fluent. So that's
yeah.
hats off
Still
to you.
struggling, still
Yeah,
struggling. But yeah,
yeah,
I'm
but
happy
great,
with my
great.
levels. Still
Yeah,
struggling.
very
Yeah,
great. So
Because
great.
it's a long lifelong process.
Yeah, I agree.
Any sort of it's not only English. Languages you have to in practice all the time. Yeah.
Exactly. And what I wanted to touch upon, I had the same experiences. I did learn English in school, primary school, but from primary school on. But then it's through secondary school, it was only written, input,
Mhm.
listening, written. Speaking
Yeah.
part was totally neglected.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think that's a huge mistake because we come to a certain level and we are not able to communicate in the
Mm-hmm.
language. And that's what
Mm-hmm.
language is
Mm-hmm.
all about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Exactly.
so pretty much I have the same experience as Champa, a different language background. German is my native language. I live in Bielefeld. I did study British and American studies in order to become an English teacher, but now I switched gears and I'm in the translation and interpreter niche, so to speak. Yeah, and that's totally a great fit. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So you touched upon it that what was your, if you had to narrow it down, what was your biggest personal incentive for improving your spoken or your English in general, your English, spoken English, or your accent, if you had to sum it up in a nutshell?
First of all, that's a great question, Claudia. First of all,
Mm.
I would say that I just wanted to stretch myself. I was not happy with that constricted or restricted place of mine. I thought that English would give me that expansion. I always wanted that. Right. So I started with that motivation. When I go back to those days, there was nothing like no goal, nothing like this. It was simply just I want to learn English, I want to speak fluently, and that's it. Now, when I go back with all these things, all the added perks with me right now, I see a lot of stuff with me right now, which was not there when I started my journey. So that's an amazing part, I would say. I'm super happy. Now I can do as per my will. Even like I am thinking of switching my job maybe one day just
Yeah,
because English has given me a lot of options. It's beyond my boundary. I can think about so many other options. So I'm really happy, and I would not say that uh, I need to speak exactly like a native, even if it's one of the goals of mine.
yeah,
But we can
exactly.
start with the fluency. So my
Yes,
motivation was if I'm fluent, then I'll be able to do much more. I will be able to connect myself with so many people around the globe. That is something essential these days as a globalization all everywhere we can see.
totally.
Yes, that is the main thing. And one more thing is in internet, if you go and check everything, mostly majority
Internet.
is flooded with an English.
Yeah.
So you cannot do without your command over English, a global language. So that was my motivation. But if I can learn English, maybe I would have much more stuff would get added to my life. So the first thing that I thought, let me invite fluence in my life, but then the other nuanced things would come as byproduct.
So step by
So
step.
step by step, not at the beginning, I was not like, I need to
Yeah.
structure correct sentences and I need to have a good stock of words. That was not there in me. But I started very, the way people start, like the beginner level, but from
Basic.
the very beginning, basic stuff, from the very beginning, then one thing I make sure that I'll speak. These
Yeah,
days,
that's the point. That's the point.
these days,
Speaking.
when I see people, they don't speak. They think, the
Yeah,
overthink, the overplan. They consume a lot, but they're not speaking.
that's the problem. That's actually the crux of the
Yeah,
problem. In school
yes,
education, everything.
everything. So we have English, but no one is there like encouraging us to speak. We read a lot of books. We are listening to a
Yes.
lot of people. We are planning, but we are not speaking. We need to do this. Yes.
Yeah, that's an interesting point because I wanted to ask you if you had the same feeling. With me, my incentive was also to prove to myself that I can get as good in English as I want to. Not necessarily native. Of course, we're striving for that level, native like. It's in
Mm-hmm.
that area, but just to prove to myself that I can speak like I want to. And I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if you have the same feeling, like back, if you think in your school years when you had several years of English education, you know that you have a solid grasp of the language. You can understand everything. You can
Mm-hmm.
write and read,
Yes,
but you're not
everything.
able to show your ability
No,
by means
yeah,
of speaking.
exactly. I agree with you. Yeah. That's the
It's
biggest
unsatisfying.
impediment. I mean, it's like psychic block. But
Yeah,
I don't know. Are so many like, what if I make mistakes? What if I just don't get the proper words to express my thoughts? What if all this what ifs and everything? But unless and until you start speaking with very common words, why not?
exactly. Don't have to
Start
go
doing.
crazy, just basic.
No,
Get
no.
into the habit. Yeah, get
Yes,
into the
yes.
habit.
Just do active vocab. Use active vocab and start speaking. That's the best thing. I mean, it helped me. There are so many people who have different, like they have their particular or personal strategy. I'm not imposing anything. I'm just
Yeah,
sharing my personal experience. What
yeah,
really
that's
helped
valuable.
me, within a very short period of time, I think I took English seriously for last 3 years, I would
Three
say.
years.
Yeah,
So
I
in a
started
row,
in started in
continuously without breaks.
no, break is there since I have other things on my plate, as you know,
Okay, yeah.
Claudia.
But English was in the back of your
Yes,
mind.
first priority, yes, because
Yeah.
I try to remain in English bubble all
Yeah,
the
that's what
time.
I
I
mean.
don't.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes, yeah,
That, yeah, that's actually the point. Yeah, and I just wanted
yes.
to ask before we carry on to the next point, the strategies that we are used and still using to get to our current level of accent and speaking fluency. I wanted to say that because you feel kind of depressed if you feel that your speaking level is lagging behind your other levels, like your listening level, your writing level. You feel like you cannot live up to the person you could be in English. So it's also psychological. It's a huge problem, I think.
Mhm. Yes, sometimes we compare with their idols and
Exactly.
we chase that perfectionism. I have one person I could connect with in one of the communities, and he said to me that no, until and unless I'm perfect, I won't speak. That is not the strategy.
Oh, that's crazy.
That
That's
is not the
insane.
strategy. That is
He
simply
will never
chasing.
achieve. Yeah.
Yes, yes. There are so many people. There are maybe they are like it's a defense. Maybe sometimes it's a psychological stuff that I'm shying. I don't
Yeah.
know. How can I speak in English? My English is not that good. We sometimes judge ourselves.
Yeah,
We
but
judge a lot.
that's twisted because you only get better in
Mhm.
speaking English by speaking English.
By
So you need
speaking.
to, yeah.
I
So if
agree.
you
Agree.
will never get better. It's,
Never, never. We start with everything, right? We love to start with everything with us, like structure, intonation, rhythm, smooth connected quality, all this nuanced stuff, intonation
yeah,
and the accent. It's not the way it works.
yeah,
One by one, there are steps. And the
yeah.
first thing you start speaking, others would come to you. Start
So
speaking. I at least tell my students, hey, start speaking, say something in English. each and every day,
Exactly.
maybe 5 minutes, it will help you.
It's the habit.
That's
It
called
compounds.
it's
It
a
compounds.
compound effect. Yeah, do
Yeah.
it. But they are like, so they hesitate a lot, And you can help them in the best possible way, Claudia, but you cannot make them speak,
Yeah, it's the
isn't it?
mindset. The mindset. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
mindset. So yeah, I wanted to ask you, I totally agree. So maybe
yeah,
we can talk about the point strategies, learning strategies or practice
yeah,
strategies we use
sure.
and still using to
Yeah,
get to our
yes.
current
Let,
level
let me
of
know, let
excellence
me
in
know.
speaking
Yes,
Fluency.
yeah. Let me know yours, Claudia, because you are so fluent and I love listening to you. You are already there. I know your, dream. You want to speak
Yeah,
exactly like a native, and you
yeah,
would need this as your, job, or you would love to interpret and all these things. So,
yeah, yeah.
what's your, strategy that currently you are going through? You have taken the steps and doing each and every day. Because I have seen you quite methodical the way you are going. It's been a while we are connected with each
Yeah,
other.
yeah.
Just let us know about your
Yeah,
strategies.
sure. So when it comes to my accent, I'm still not satisfied. I know I made progress over the last 2 years. I
Sure,
know that,
sure,
but still, there's for me, my personal
of
opinion,
course.
still way to go. And it's always
Mm-hmm,
great to strive. I think
mm-hmm,
that's great. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
I think the biggest thing you touched up on that consistency. So
Yes,
every day,
every day.
devote some time.
Mm-hmm,
It doesn't
mm-hmm,
have to be huge hours, a couple, like 10, 20 minutes.
mm-hmm.
When it comes to the accent, Shampa and I, we got to know each other through the Rachel's community. Great community, by the way, Rachel's English. And I actually did an accent assessment there, and the teacher pointed out that every day, I should work on one vowel,
Mm-hmm,
one reduction, one consonant, or one linking. So maybe 3 items from each category,
mm-hmm,
just a few repetitions, and then do that for over the stretch of 2 weeks every day so you can build that habit. And you
mm-hmm,
should also listen to the audio, listen to it so you can consume it like subconsciously. And
mm-hmm.
then I also talked with Shampa about that when it comes to free speech. Be
Yes.
cognizant if you actually apply the things you learn. So if I'm working on a vowel, I hear myself. Did I open the mouth wide enough?
Mm-hmm,
Did
mm-hmm,
it sound German? Did it sound American? So this
mm-hmm,
habit of hearing yourself when you speak
mm-hmm.
to build another habit. So
Yes,
consistency, focus, but
yes.
focus on very small steps. If you focus on
Mm-hmm,
everything, on linking in
mm-hmm.
general, all different types of linking, you lose track. You
Yeah.
can use one type of linking, for example, vowel to vowel, and then work on that for extended period of time. If you feel you got it, move to the next. And then
Yes.
after some time, you can go back to it and see if you still maintained it. So I think it's all about learning, then trying to make it a habit, revise it. It's all about that, like setting a new habit in stone. So that's just my strategy at the
Yeah.
moment. But I'm
Yes.
curious,
Yes.
what's your take on it? What's your strategy? Anything to add?
Yeah, I just want to add one thing. That is, when I started my journey, apart from speaking, the thing that I did regularly, that is, I listened to native speakers
Yeah,
and
great.
listen to them each and every day. And
Yeah,
in that way, prepare my ears so that it became so much easier for me to when I started making sounds exactly like a native speaker. You have to try.
yeah.
So
Of course, you got it.
after
Yeah,
listening to them again and again and again, it starts, helping you. Your ears were helping you to speak exactly like them and making the sounds that you are making. So still today, I'm doing this. Apart from speaking, I listen to them each and every day. Maybe I'm listening to a podcast, TED Talks, or maybe audiobook or anything like that. That's so helpful. That's so helpful. It's
I
not that only
agree.
you are speaking. You are
Yeah, I agree.
speaking and side by side. You have to listen to them and read books for your vocab and other like international stuff. While you're listening to them, you are getting to know about all of the things. So that's my strategy about mainly. I'm really trying to intentionally listen to them. how they are
And do you
speaking.
take notes or do you just
Just
listen
sounds
and mental?
when I'm listening to them, it's just listening to them. And so
Okay,
maybe
that's
when I'm
good.
practicing, maybe then I'm going back and forth. Maybe I'm taking notes and repeating myself.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
And
yes.
what would you say, for how long are you doing that every day? If you had to compound it, like, yeah, I guess you do like several bits, not like a long stretch, but I think you do it like bit by bit. So in the morning, maybe a little bit, then in the
Yes,
afternoon. Are
actually,
you
yeah,
doing it
Claudia. Yeah, I
sprinkled through the
cannot
day
tell you exactly the time, but
on
whenever
average?
I see that I can cheat sometime, maybe I'm at my department, I don't have the class right now. So the thing that comes to me that I need to do something with English, definitely I do this. Yeah, that's Mr. Changing.
So it's like micro workouts sprinkled through the day, every
Yes,
time a
yes.
little bit.
Every time, bit by bit. But on my off days, totally, I'm devoted to my English. Totally.
Oh, awesome,
On my off
awesome.
days, yes, after doing my household chores, if I'm free totally, then I say that, okay, I'm doing some stuff. Maybe I'm reading or writing or speaking or listening or watching, whatever. That's really so cool. And since I don't love, actually, what you have to do, I know you do it, and because we have some common interests, and from there,
Yeah.
I get to know about all this. Whatever I do, that's my interest. I'm an area of interest that maybe I'm doing some like motivational stuff, inspirational stuff. I'm reading
In
some books
English.
and all this thing. Personal growth, personal development related has to
Yeah.
be. So that's, it gets hooked. When you love doing something, you never ever feel like it's boring, you're tiring. I never ever felt like that. Yeah.
That's clever. So you take something you really like and do it in
Really
English.
like,
Yeah, do
yes.
it in
So
English. So
you
you
are
combine
yes,
super,
you are killing
super
two
good.
birds with one stone here.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. And I totally agree with you that tuning your ears to the sounds,
Yes.
intonation, rhythm, because first you gotta able to hear it in order to
Yeah.
produce it. So it's
Yes.
not like separately. It goes together, the hearing and the speaking.
Exactly. Exactly.
Totally agree with you. And what would you say when you see yourself now, and maybe compared to the way you saw yourself when you started learning the spoken English? What would you say? Because now you're much more advanced, more fluent. How did your aim, your final aim, so where you ultimately want, what you ultimately want to achieve with your spoken English and your accent, how did that shifted through these years? Because you yourself also advanced, and the aim, did it advance with you? It should.
Yeah, such a lovely question. I wish I could answer you in a grand way, Claudia. But it's always love to, go to that level, the desired level.
Yeah.
So, as I had told you at the beginning of the session, that it's a lifelong process. And you have to do it bit by bit, each and every day. It's a process, and you have to be very patient and you have to stick to the process and everything. So I'm doing it. I don't know, but I can see myself doing the best job. I mean, using my English, because already I'm planning a lot of stuff doing this. I mean, with English. So so far, I will say my improvement is a lot. I'm super happy with my level, because a couple of years back I couldn't speak in English. Now I'm speaking. At least I'm speaking and connecting with people. I'm so free. I'm not like fumbling or something like that. It's so easy for me right now. And it's so empowering at the same time, much more freedom that I'm having these days. So a lot of I'm plannings I have on my plate already lined up. Let's see how far I can go. And maybe, as Rumi says, that when we start, I mean, going through the way appears. So maybe so many things are waiting for me in the store, I believe,
Yeah.
just because of English, because one day I chose English and English will give me a lot. I believe in that. Already it
Yeah.
has given me
Exactly. Already.
more than what I imagined in my life, believe me. So I'm
I
very
believe you.
happy.
I believe
I'm
you
so
too.
happy. Yes. Let me check. Let me see how far it can go.
Yeah. I mean, if we just keep going, it
Yeah,
will get better every day. It will all
every day.
compound.
Yes,
Yeah.
you are already doing all the things that you love, and I know your daily tasks and everything. You are so devoted. So, what's the one thing that you would love to achieve just because of your English? I mean, given a chance, or if I say that, just choose one that you would do with your English when you will be. I mean, you are already there, but still polishing. So suppose you are already there. So one thing that you would love to do with your English, Claudia.
So professionally, I think it's already in the direction, the translating and interpreting. So I'm pretty much satisfied with
Yeah,
that. But
yeah.
it's more, I think, about the psyche, so to speak. So when I want to open my mouth and speak English, I want to feel exactly like it is the same level as my mother tongue, which is German. So I
Mhm.
want to feel that there is any disparity, that I feel more like confident in the one language than the other. So in German than English,
Mhm.
but I just want to feel totally free from any inhibitions. And yeah, that's like it is
That's
my
cool. That's
own
cool.
tongue, so to speak. Yeah.
I know, I know. And I'm super happy for your level. I love listening to you all the time, Claudia. Just
I
because
love
of
it.
this channel, because both of us could connect through this English. So we'd love to see so many participants who would watch us, and if they just want to achieve this or just simply own their English, so we can help them in the best possible way by giving us tips and suggestions, whatever they feel like. So they have to come forward with their
Exactly.
missions. There
Exactly.
are so many people who are so shy,
Yeah.
but one thing is clear with English, you can achieve a lot more in this world. You just can't imagine the stuff waiting for you. So just go ahead and do all these things that you love to do with your English. We are there to help
Totally
you.
agree.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
also, you shouldn't underestimate yourself, because I feel a lot of
No.
people, they underestimate how good their ability is to learn a language.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Because they all the time they feel like, oh, I can see myself there. So if it's like there, so we cannot accept ourselves. So all the
Exactly.
time it's not the case that all of a sudden overnight you will be able to go there. It's not the case. It's not the way it works.
Yeah.
So you have to be very patient. You have to go, as I have told you, one by one, step by step. So a lot of steps are
Yes.
there. But it's so fulfilling when you see your
Yes.
one step, then you will be able to the second step. So fulfilling to see yourself. If you have the faith in you, and if you start
Exactly. Believe
with
in
the
yourself.
gratitude, yes,
Yeah.
with the gratitude level that, oh, okay, I can. I love myself. I love my capability. I can.
Believe in
Thank you
yourself.
so much. Yes, thank you
Yeah.
so much for this current level. So we have to start with the current level with so much gratitude that at least I can with this
Exactly.
level. We can
There are
go
so many
forward.
people who can't even speak at all. So you
No,
just own your voice.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. I mean, comparing to them, you're well ahead. There are so many
Exactly.
people who couldn't think of, who couldn't imagine that they would come forward and at least take some steps. So that is the thing. In this way, if we can see also from that perspective, it's so
Yeah.
easy. So
The
easy.
grass is always greener on the other side, the
Yes,
saying.
yes.
Yeah.
Very positive. We have to be very positive. Exactly.
Yeah. Shamba, it was so great talking with you. I see we're running
Same
already out
here.
of time.
Same here.
So great. And feel free, because I know like Indian. So if you have any like tips, suggestions for Indian speakers of English, maybe we can have our next conversation around that.
Sure, sure,
Particular
sure.
challenges for speakers of our own language. So like what was it? Not Hindi. It was
Bengali,
Bengali
Bengali.
in your
We
case,
have we
and
have so
then
many other languages in different
yeah,
states. So Indians can come forward to connect with us. So definitely we can help them.
that's great. So nice talking to you.
Same here, Claudia. Nice talking to you, and thank you for having me. And it's such a great initiative of yours. So happy. And
So
wish you all
happy.
the best. Wish us all the best for this wonderful
Yeah,
initiative from our
yeah.
end. Let's see what happens with that. So can't wait for the next episode, Claudia. Thank you so much.
Me too. Yeah.